Good day, and thank you for your interest in this overview and demo on one of our resiliency options. I'm Jeff Sewell, and I'm the product manager for the real-time distribution system in DAX. And with me today is Parava Pongapesia, who is a software development specialist. Resiliency is one of our 5 most requested capabilities customers expect from a real-time distribution system, whether these customers deploy on-premise or deploy in the cloud. Resiliency capabilities provide you with alternative market data and infrastructure sources to connect to an event that your primary source is not available. Here on the first line is an example of an alternative market data source for resiliency, which is our fully managed data feed called Real-Time Optimized, which has been hosted in the cloud since 2018. We enhanced the real-time distribution system components to be able to connect directly to Real-Time Optimized in June of 2019. And this is a great choice for market data resiliency if you manage your RTDS on-premise or in the cloud. And you'll see here that we delivered basically nearly a dozen enhancements from 2019 through the end of this year. There's one more enhancement coming in the last release in December. All right. Now let's take a look at infrastructure resiliency. I first want to say that the main difference between resiliency features or I should say infrastructure resiliency features for on-premise or cloud customers is that multicast traffic is not supported in the cloud, which eliminates our hot standby feature for resiliency use in the cloud, right? So in turn, we first introduced warm standby, which was well received in August of 2020, and then further enhanced this feature in June of 2021 to automatically reconnect to your preferred source at a designated time when it becomes available, right? Now, why would you have a preferred route? That's a good question. Customers ask that. And there's a couple of reasons why you could have a preferred route. It could be the route with the lowest latency, or it could be the lowest cost route to deliver data based on your location or the type of connectivity to your source. All right. I'm going to turn this over to Parava now. He's going to provide some details and he'll show you how this works. All right. So over to you, Parava.
Thank you, Jeff. Hi, everyone. My name is Parava. Today, I am going to demo the warm standby referral feature. But first of all, let me go over a slide real quick. Basically, as you can see on the left-hand side diagram, basically the administrator can enable warm standby across multiple routes, including local, cascading, or connection to the cloud. So with the preferred route feature, right, it gives you more control in which route you want it to become deactive. Typically, you want the lowest cost connection or lowest latency connection to be the active server. And the warm standby active route receive and send the data through the connection. The RTC doesn't request or receive any data from the standby routes. And I think one of the reason why we introduced this feature is we want to offer some mechanism to automatically fail back to the preferred route. Right? Let's say if the preferred route went down and when it come back later, we have to offer a way to fail back to the preferred route again. And so we can go into the demo later. So yeah, why don't I go into the demo right now. So let me share my screen for a second. Okay, here I have my RTC terminal. So let me pull over my configuration parameter. These are my real-time connector, as known as RTC configuration file. So I enable provider warm standby, which is the best feature. Right? And today, because I'm going to enable warm standby prefer route, which is built on top of the warm standby feature. And then over here, I have 3 routes: cloud, cloud 2, and cloud 3. Right? And my preferred server is the last one, which is cloud 3. And just for the sake of this demo, I set the server ID of the cloud of my preferred route to 111. Right? And over here, right, we want to give you more control when you want to fail back to the preferred route after it went down and it come back online later. Right? So we can simply switch back or fail over back to the preferred route after a specific time interval. So right now I have 30 seconds, or you can choose a specific date and time to fail back. Right? Typically, you might want to fail back during the weekend, right, or maintenance window. So you can do so with this option as well. But on this demo, I'm just gonna go with the interval. Right? So I'm gonna do the auto failback after 30 seconds. And other than that, we also provide some threshold configuration parameters as a condition to trigger a failback. So the idea is we try to avoid flipping back and forth. So we want to make sure that the preferred active route is healthy when it come back online. And let me just start up my RTC 362 version. So if I pull up my RTC mon, I will see only one service, but underneath I have 3 warm standby routes. So if I go to my warm standby statistic page, right, I will see 3 warm standby servers. And right now the preferred route is the active one. And then I am going to simulate the scenario where the preferred route went down. So I go to the source route, and then I'm gonna disable my preferred route. So set it to false. And right now we should fail over to a standby route. So if I go back to my warm standby statistic page, one of my standby server just took over. So right now the active route is on a non-preferred server. So, and I'm gonna bring my preferred route back up. Route enable, gonna enable the route back up again. And after 30 seconds, we should fail back to the preferred route again. So you can see right now the preferred route just come back up online, but it doesn't fail back to the preferred route yet. Right? We have to wait for 30 seconds. Here we go. You can see right now we just fell back to the preferred route again. Right now the the preferred route just became active. And this kind of conclude my demo. But lastly, I would like to emphasize the benefit of this feature. So there are two things. First one is potential cost saving. Just by sticking to the preferred route, you would potentially save some costs, because typically the preferred route is the lowest cost connection, or the lowest latency connection. So just by sticking with the preferred route should save you some cost in theory. And the other benefit is the auto failback. Without the feature, if the preferred route went down and come back online, you would have to do a manual switchover during a weekend. But with the feature, we offer the auto failback mechanism. And that's it. So let me hand it over back to Jeff.
All right. Thank you for that great level of detail in information in the demo. That worked out really well. What I have here on the screen now, just so everybody's aware, as always, our documentation is excellent. This feature is fully documented in the system administration manuals. This happens to be the one for RTC, but it's also available in the ADS sysadmin manual as well. So what we want to say is thank you certainly for watching this resiliency overview and demo. And should you have any questions about any of our resiliency features or other capabilities that we discussed today, or that you've seen in the slides, because again, this is available for you to view again if you'd like, just reach out to me, send me an email, and I'll be happy to follow up and discuss these details and get you up to date. Thank you very much, and have a good day.